When I started my business, I had no reputation, no references, no referrals, no before and after pictures. I didn't even have a great contract. Yet, I was still charging high-end prices, and I booked 5 of my first 6 estimates that I did. What I did have is 2 things. I had a great sales process, and I had a great reason that you should hire me. So let's look at each of those. First, let's look at the sales process. Your sales process is everything, and the contract you actually deliver to the client, that's the very last thing that happens in the sales process. The sale is made way before that. And I remember long ago, I was taught something called the field position theory, which really is the idea that we're in a sale, we're working our way down the football field, and the close is at the end. The closer we are to the end zone before we even deliver that contract, the more likely we are to close the job. But most people don't do a very good job up front working their way to that contract. Think about things like the very first contact, when the customer calls, how promptly you answer, how long you talk, the energy you've got, how much detail you go into. There's huge opportunities to separate yourself from the competition on that very first phone call. And then second, the confirmation call and having another touch point with a customer where you can build a little more rapport and relationship. Third, showing up on time, looking professional, being friendly. Third, we've got maybe sitting down and doing a Q&A and learning more about their wants and their needs and what they're looking to get done and educating them and answering their questions. Then we can go and walk around the house with the client. We can walk them around and show them what's going on in their house, let them know what we'd recommend doing for their house, and we can really start to customize and build their estimate. We can start to let customers know different ways that we would be willing to save them money if they can help us out, which puts your customers in more of a buying state of mind. There's a number of things that we can do along the way that tee us up for the close. And we've got a ton of other videos on our YouTube channel that you can watch to learn a little bit more about sales and a ton more detail in the Painting Business Pro training program about the full sales process that's gonna take you to the next level. But the second thing is, for those of you getting started, is I had a really good reason to tell people why they should go with me and not someone else. As a business owner, your job is to solve problems. And when you're starting a painting company or running a painting company, what's the problem you're really solving for your customers? Is it that they can't find a painter? No, they can find a painter. There's a lot of painting contractors out there. So what's the problem? The problem is they have a hard time finding someone who's professional, reliable, good communication, shows up on time, does what they say they're gonna do, and delivers a good job and makes it a really easy experience for them. That's the problem we're solving. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the industry who aren't solving that problem. That's why it's a problem for customers. And it's not just the painting industry, it's in the trades as a whole. Just go talk to any customer, any homeowner who's had contractors work on their house and they've got nothing but bad stories. I know as a homeowner, I've got bad stories about multiple contractors that I've worked with. And it's rare that you find someone who truly does a great job with the intangibles. I always used to tell customers, the reason you should work with me is because honestly, delivering a really quality paint job is fairly simple. We're gonna use the right materials. We're gonna do the right prep work on your house and take care of the house the right way before we even paint it. We're gonna put the right paint on the right places on the house and give it a good thick coat. And at the end, the lines are gonna be clean, the job site is gonna be clean, and you had good prep work and good materials. And that's really what delivers a good paint job. And a lot of painters do know how to do that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I do exactly what I say I'm gonna do. I'm gonna communicate with you on time. I'm gonna show up on time. And you can count on me to do all of those little things and do those things right. And so that's where the real advantage is. So that's one way that you can start beating the competition right away, is start to demonstrate those traits through the sales process. Go above and beyond. And one thing you could even do if you wanted to try this out is get an estimate from a couple different painting companies. Start calling people and seeing how quick do they call back. What's that first phone call like? What kind of questions they ask? And you'll start to see that there's a huge opportunity to simply be more professional for your customers, for your homeowners, to start leveling up your sales.